Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Ascension's WoW Classic Plus. Back again with the Paladin on this fine Tuesday, and I hope everybody had a pretty good day today. And we're back where we left off, right here at the Decrepit Ferry, where we're going to turn this quest in, finish this off, and continue on our way. In the meantime, I'm also going to use the dungeons, realizing how short they can be. It's a pretty effective and good way to get a quick chunk of experience and to get at least a chance to get gear from a bag, because I don't think any of the dungeon gear is pretty good. Well, maybe there is, but I don't know. But aside from all that, we're going right back into it. We're going to go up here and get the Argo's Folly. I'm going to collect all this, all these veins of copper and tin, if I find any, and keep it rolling, right? We gotta keep it going, keep it going, keep it rolling. We are level 18. We'll see what level we will be by the end of this episode. Within our 30-minute mark, you know, or close to 30-minute mark as I can get it. All right, getting right into it. Run up here, and we're also going to explore this little area here to find out if there's anything here that I could have potentially missed. If I had ran through, I can't remember if I've been through here or not, if I'm honest. So better safe than sorry and investigate this whole thing out, right? I see a book on the ground, but nothing important. I see a glowing object there, which is for our quest. But I don't know if there's anything else with it. Whoa. Didn't mean to do that. Haha. I forgot that I set it over there. Oh well. Quick, painless. And there's nothing else here. Yeah. Somebody's gonna come up here and ambush me, eh? I won't let you have that chance. Despite everything, it's still you. Well, there was nothing in that building, so I will assume there might be something inside the barn. And we're gonna go ahead and look for it. And a new blacksmith recipe. Useless compared to what I'm wearing right now. But, regardless, make use of it, I guess. In what way, I don't know yet. Let's see, what's in here? Anything sparkly? I see a sparkle in here. Pair of old slippers, so cloth shoes. Cloth shoes it is. I forgot I had consecrated weapons. Alright, what kind of shoes are these? Okay, healing. They have spell power and mana per second. That's pretty cool. Alright, do we have any more quests up this way? Yes, we have Return to Quinn to get to. Waiting for a healer and a tank. Alright, come up around. Up and around. Get all this done up in things in quick succession. Walk in here. Well, if I can walk in here. Bird. Up and around, talk to you. Here's your potion, bruv. That's done. That's done and dusted. Dealt with. Renee once more. We gotta kill the undead that's in this barn. Easy peasy, I've done it before. We'll go ahead in here and grab everything here. Consecrated weapon. Go. Desecration does a chunk of damage. And I want an excuse to use that pot. That hell with the pot. That I wasn't gonna use regardless. Alright, loot everything. I already had gotten the bone that was in here. And offhand, I believe it was. Renee, I did the deed. And we're going to get nothing out of this. But experience. Experience is experience, my friends. Oh, that's cool. You're gonna daze me out the gate. That you feel great, bruv. Your rabies mean nothing to me. Rabies means nothing to me. We do have a good chunk of metals in our bag. Kind of hope to get more tin. But, gotta do what you gotta do, right? Do what you gotta do. I'm gonna get that belt. Which I'll probably obtain in this video. Maybe. We'll find out. We'll find out. It gave me rabies again. Get rid of that. Get rid of the rabies. I ain't got time for that. Go over here and grab this copper, though. I don't really need the copper, but more copper the better. Ensure that my bronzes can be made. Bum bum bum. Let's see. Copper 10. We're gonna go right to the 10. Right to the 10. To the tin can, my friends. To the tin can. Two bears want to fight this. Oh, if you insist. The Son of Morgul might come into contact with me. When I start trying to mine this. Yeah, he's walking directly this way. Oh, maybe I can avoid him. Haha. I mean, I could destroy him, but I don't want to pick a fight, you know. Not a coward or anything. I just don't think it would be worth the time. Not worth the effort, you know. Scoff. I'm gonna take this and enter the dungeon at the same time. Well, not at the same time, but it's popped. It popped up. Time to get into it. Come on. Hurry up. No. Why would you do that? That sucks. That does, in fact, suck. Alright. Anyway. Jump, skip, and a hop, my friend. Sell that, sell that, sell that. Sell that. Definitely sell that. We'll sell that. Sell that. Sell that. And that should be everything I could sell. Argos Folly done. We'll take that. And then we'll come over here. Man, it is hard to find a tank. Even though there was a tank.
I am forsaken.
Go ahead and get that done. That. Talk to you. You got anything? Iron is 125. Where are we at? 91. Ooh, so close.
Speak quickly. Watch your back.
Oh, we'll go ahead and take that quest. I think that one takes us back to Brill. Yeah. I think with that Brill quest, I think I'll use my Hearthstone. Go to Brill, then go to Undercity for the Recipe of Death, and then fly back to the Sepulchre. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Go to the Magistrate. Yo, Magistrate, homie. I don't even want that. What the hell, bruv? That's annoying. So annoying, Noble Garden.
Hello.
I do not consent to that.
Our time will come.
Do not consent to being turned into a bunny, bruv.
I am forsaken.
Let's see. I guess we'll go to Undercity because I can do my professions better there than here. So we'll do that. Come on, man. Stop doing that. Nonsense. It's because I'm probably getting close to those eggs. It automatically does it. Some bug, I'm sure. Bug, I'm pretty sure. Waiting on a tank. Ain't gonna lie, that's a pretty good chest. For a tank. Yeah, definitely. Bum 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 bum. I like how they blocked off the access to the Blood Elf and Draenei zones, but it still allows to play Blood Elf and Draenei. I think that's pretty humorous in some sort of way. Pretty entertaining they did that, yes. Come on, elevator. I just barely made it. And now you're gonna make me wait? Cringe, dog. Very cringe. There we go. Just complain until it comes up. That's one way to kill the time for it to come up and down. Is he below? Yes. Ex-chef.
What is it? Our time will
He desires for revenge. Kill Valdred Mori. -4 spirit, +5 stamina. That is a bad trade. An absolutely bad trade. One of the worst trades. One of the worst trade deals in history.
trust
Some would say. No problem. He's at the Grey Main Gate, if I recall correctly. He should be pretty easy to deal with. He's just surrounded by a bunch of schmucks. We'll go over to the war quarter first. And do my professions real quick. Really quick. Well, there's Archibald. You're pretty pointless, aren't you? Because you have no skills to give. That sucks. Let's smelt all this. So, smelting. I hope everyone is enjoying the video so far. We're pretty much almost halfway through it. I am debating on making weekends strictly for streaming, but maybe that will change. Just on and off kind of deal. I'm a pretty busy individual in real life, and I really get this one. I only get one day on the weekends to really accumulate all these videos. 5 videos, you know, pretty easy, pretty simple. I might be able to do more, but it all depends on, timing and all that kind of fun stuff. It is on the table. It's up in the air, really, on whether I'm going to follow through with multiple videos per day. I do want to get as much exposure out there, and going one video a day is slowly working for this channel. But, obviously, it's not going to be, a godsend and all that kind of stuff. Nothing's going to pop off really hard if I do it like this. So, the debate with myself has come down to, should I do multiple videos a day and not just one a day? I it is definitely a big debate on my end because I got tons of stuff to do, and streaming has become kind of hard to do recently. I'm not making excuses on like being lazy or anything like that. I don't want to be considered lazy, but at the same time, kind of don't want to let people down. You know, making these short form, these 30-minute long videos has its ups and has its downs, obviously, as in everything usually does. But not trying to make excuses for laziness or anything. But it's always on the table for if people want to enjoy it. So that has been the inner monologue of me trying to figure out what would be best course of action when it comes to my channel. And I believe I could do a lot more, but I don't want to promise something that I can't follow through on. That is the one thing I don't want to do, is just be like, oh yeah, I'll do this, and never do it. I think that's a bad idea, and I think it's a bad sign for a channel to do that. So, as I do these deliberations of just constantly going back and forth with myself, and whether what would be good and not good for the channel, um, it's gonna be hit or miss for a lot of stuff. And oh yeah, it does turn it blue. That's pretty cool. And increases the armor on it and stuff. That's pretty cool. I'm gonna keep that in mind. Anyway, yeah, I wanna make sure that I can push out as much transparency and as good content as I can manage to give out, given the level of skill that I have in this, which is next to zero. So, uh, I really want to not make videos that are just half-assed because I'm not funny or I'm lazy or anything like that. That is far from the case. I'm a very hard-working individual that gets drained out of energy by the end of the day. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people feel that way about their stuff too. So, that in mind. Um, Not really doing much for excuses. But it is something that I've been deliberating on, and whether I should do multiple videos a day. I've been asked maybe to do shorts, try to do short form content with that whole TikTok thing that YouTube's trying to copy, and roll with the punches on that regard. But we'll see what I can do. And I'll see what I can do. Maybe make 5 videos and then do a live stream on a Sunday or later that Saturday evening, and see if I can communicate more with my community in that way. You know, and I really do. I want to have a fun time. I want to have a good time, and I want to give people that good time too, by giving out the best I can do and hopefully get better at it. You know, um, one of the biggest reasons why I would have rather streamed is because of my lacking ability in editing and all this kind of software business stuff. But at the same time, I've done streaming with zero audience for like almost half a year. So I figure that maybe doing videos like this, maybe, just maybe, it could garner more attention, some returning viewers, all that kind of good stuff that the channel needs to really, succeed and thrive in. And hopefully, with all of that in mind, could try to um, stretch people out towards my 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 streaming.
What would you ask of death?
but we can only work with what we got, and how we handle it is pretty much how we're gonna handle it one way or another, you know? But that is for the future to decide, I guess. Even now, I just kind of sit back and I'm thinking, I got all these people coming in to watch my videos, you know? And they're doing pretty well. For the size of my channel, I'd say they're doing pretty well. And I'm hoping it gets better, you know? And along those lines as well, you know, I'm hoping that if I can go live, I gain enough attention that when I go live, it'll just, there'll be just more than me watching my stream, you know? That is the goal, and the whole goal now is to try to make videos, enough of them to gain a lot of attention, and to use it to promote my streams, my streaming endeavors, because I think streaming is fun if there's people to talk to and bullshit with, you know, and have fun with. That is legitimately my aspiration right now. That is the aspiration that I have right now. Is just to hope that things can get a lot better, you know, and get things really rolling for this channel, and to kind of like build up a community that is going to be fun, exciting, uh, hopefully not cringy, and if they're edgy, I hope this is a good kind of edgy, and not the bad kind of edgy. Um, because I'm a pretty edgy individual in real life, but I'm not like super freaking crazy like some of these freaking edgy people. I mean, I went through the whole Filthy Frank and H3H3 days, and I used to thrive off their cringe, and I was in high school then. So obviously, you know, stupid teenage moments, but you know, looking back at them, I still find it funny. It could be cringy to a lot of people, but I find it pretty funny and nostalgic to watch. And just thinking about it, you know, like you see how that era came and gone, and you wonder to yourself, like, man, if anybody did that stuff today, and today, people would just be up in arms, crying, trying to cancel these people. What happened, you know? In a span of like 8 years, 10 years even, we all went from Filthy Frank's one of the greatest freaking inspirations to the internet, cringe, and um, edgy content was thriving, and just in that short period of time, we've just condemned it entirely, saying like, no, this is not how you're supposed to act. This is not how you're supposed to behave. You're not supposed to enjoy that kind of stuff. You're not supposed to say that and this. And it's like, uh, sure, right? Like, people have just given up on trying to defend it and just let the freaking crybabies cry. Pretty insane when you think about it. We let people who cry over spilled milk and other things dictate on what's appropriate for the masses to watch. That's insane. Like, absolutely insane. It's a hot take, but that's absolutely insane to really, really ponder. We grew up with South Park. We grew up with, you know, Filthy Frank, HP, H3 stuff, you know, productions, and we're crying over spilled milk because somebody said, you know, a bad word or something that is quote unquote terrible, deplorable, and it's really not. But I mean, it could be in some people's eyes, but I really don't think it is. We used to get away with saying a bunch of crazy stuff, and now you say crazy stuff, and suddenly you're being crucified on a cross, and it's like, how did we get here? Like, how did we get here, bro? It makes no sense. But who am I to judge, you know? Who am I to judge? And I think we should judge a lot, you know? We should judge the people who say dumb things like that. Like straight up, I think they deserve to be ostracized if they're not already ostracized. Because these people won't learn. They won't be civil. You know, it's just how it is. They don't see things as a joke. They see things as truth, and truth it hurts. Yeah. They don't formulate their own opinions enough to cooperate with themselves. So, uh, do I want a cringy, edgy community? I mean, not largely, I don't think. Not largely, I think. I think I'd like a few here and there, something manageable, you know? Something that's not gonna make you go freaking batshit crazy over. That's for sure. But that's regardless, you know, just regardless of everything. I think my community can behave. Unlike other communities on the internet, I'm hoping that mine can behave. For sure. Ooh, I'm gonna take that. The bandit set and bard set's pretty good. Don't fail me now, bro. Get in the fight. They're really kicking our butt. We must not let them. Rawhide hammer. Okay, what do we got here? A one-handed hammer. Okay. Alright. Fair enough. And that bird came out of nowhere. It's not ideal. I'll use lay on hands so I don't end up having to run back. Alright. That's all of the I-core, but I want to get this head laid to rest kind of deal. Alright. Fight! I might get another hammer. I might get another hammer. Plate reverse. Down you go. I think I'm gonna get rid of that plate cloud, bro. Ooh, blight carved Chris. Interesting. It's not even a Chris, it's just a bottle. And if it's just a bottle, then that's good transmog. Missing item name. Awesome. Okay, where are we at? Reserven Downs. Alright. I think I would get all this stuff here. You know, I really don't need to, but I will. I don't know if we're going to do the whole thing because some people just like to skip to the end, you know? Drive me crazy that way. It might do it again because we only need the Coldbringer, which all you need to do is go that way and go up and around. So we'll see. And we want that and this. Okay. Alright, looks like we're gonna run the whole thing. That's good. Kinda hopefully we'll run the whole dungeon. But sadly this all started at the 30-minute mark. So well, I don't want to make executive decisions, but I'm gonna probably, I don't know. I think we all know how this is gonna play out. So, unfortunately, I won't be able to do the dungeon for you guys, but I think that'll be okay for now. You know, I'm pretty sure everybody saw this dungeon tons of times with other people. And I'm gonna say, we cleared this out. Spoiler alert. We probably got level 20 out of it. And we'll probably figure that one out in the next episode. Well, y'all are gonna figure it out next episode. I pretty much know what's gonna happen. So until then, guys. Pretty fucked up that I'm doing this right now because of this, but Dungeon came in pretty late, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Please like, subscribe, and get the word around. We're gonna get this channel up and going. We want to get this channel rocking and rolling and getting it through everything. All right. Until next time, my friends. Peace out.